Ever wake up with those nagging aches, wondering if stiff joints are just, an inevitable part of getting older? You know that feeling when simple tasks become a little less simple and you start to think, is this just my new normal?
Yeah.
It's a common internal question I think many of us face as the years tick by.
Oh, absolutely. It's a remarkably common experience, and for too long, the prevailing belief has been that solutions were limited,
Hmm.
often focusing on managing symptoms rather than really tackling the root causes, that sense of just having to accept it. It's something many individuals can undoubtedly relate to.
Well, what if I told you that our source material today reveals what it claims is a hidden truth about joint pain? Something that could completely change your perspective. We're diving into a fascinating review of a supplement called Biodynamix Joint Genesis, and we'll unpack how it claims to tackle age-related joint discomfort in a way that, well, its proponents describe as quite revolutionary.
Yeah, our mission today is really to thoroughly unpack this source, to meticulously examine the scientific claims, the specific ingredients, the reported user experiences, and truly understand why this particular approach is garnering so much attention. The review itself presents a distinct paradigm shift,
Yeah.
in how we might think about maintaining joint health, moving beyond some, let's say, conventional wisdom we've often encountered.
Exactly. Our mission is to arm you with the most important insights from this comprehensive review, helping you understand the science presented, the claimed benefits, and what makes Joint Genesis claim to be different. Think of it as your shortcut, maybe, to being well informed about this intriguing development in joint health, letting you cut through the noise and evaluate the evidence for yourself. And look, if what we discussed today sounds like it could make a difference for you, we want to make sure you know right up front that the source details how you can find special discounted pricing for Joint Genesis. You can access that through the link conveniently placed in our description. It's a fantastic opportunity to explore the solution further, and the review, well, it goes into considerable detail about why it's worth considering. Okay, let's unpack this first big idea then. The source we're examining opens by challenging a very common misconception. Many of us, like the person highlighted in the review, Sarah, believe that joint pain is simply about worn down cartilage. It's what we've been told for years, right? This idea of structural wear and tear. It just seems intuitive.
Indeed. The prevailing wisdom for a long time has consistently pointed to cartilage degradation as the primary culprit behind age-related joint discomfort. But what's truly fascinating here, as the source highlights, is that groundbreaking research cited by institutions like the University of Connecticut Health suggests a fundamentally different root cause for age-related joint discomfort. That research, specifically referenced from 2015, points out that, quote, during the progression of arthritis, synovial fluid breaks down into smaller units, thereby decreasing its lubricating and shock-absorbing abilities. Now, that alone represents a significant pivot in understanding, doesn't it?
It really does. A strong pivot, focusing on something other than just cartilage. So the source argues that the real issue isn't just cartilage, but the breakdown of something called synovial fluid. For many of us, that's probably a less familiar concept than cartilage. How well established is this synovial fluid first perspective in, broader scientific consensus? And what exactly is this fluid that the source highlights as so crucial?
That's an excellent question, and it's really central to understanding this review's core argument. So, synovial fluid. It's your body's natural joint lubricant, a thick gel-like substance that resides within your joint capsules. Its primary role is to cushion your joints and facilitate smooth, pain-free movement. Think of it like engine oil in a well-maintained car. A key component within this vital fluid is hyaluronan, also known as hyaluronic acid. Harvard Health Publishing, as cited in the source, describes its incredible ability to bind over 1,000 times its weight in water. 1,000 times. This remarkable property is precisely what gives synovial fluid its essential lubricating, shock-absorbing, and even nutrient-transporting capabilities. Now, the perspective isn't entirely new, perhaps, but the emphasis on its primary role in age-related decline, rather than just being a secondary symptom. That's what the source argues is often overlooked.
Okay, so we have this crucial synovial fluid packed with hyaluronan. What then does this hidden truth imply for us as we navigate the aging process? Because many of us, myself included, certainly notice our joints getting stiffer, less forgiving over the years, and we do tend to attribute it simply to general wear and tear.
Right, and this raises that important question the source directly addresses. Why do joint issues become significantly more prevalent with age? The review highlights a, sobering biological reality. Your body's natural production of hyaluronan begins a gradual but steady decline around the age of 30. It's not a sudden cliff drop, but a progressive decrease. And by the time an individual reaches 70, The source indicates they could have lost up to 80% of their youthful hyaluronan levels. As hyaluronan depletes, the synovial fluid consequently thins out. It becomes watery, less viscous.
Wow, 80% is a huge drop.
It's massive. And this thinning causes it to lose its critical protective capacity. That leads directly to increased friction between the joint surfaces, accelerated wear and tear on the actual cartilage, and a heightened inflammatory response within the joint. This is the cascading sequence of events that the source posits ultimately manifests as the stiffness, discomfort, and pain many experiencing. It suggests it's a more fundamental issue than just cartilage erosion itself.
Damage. And this entire revelation, according to the source, led Dr. Mark Weis and Biodynamix to a fascinating discovery. Inspired by the elderly residents of a village called Yuzurihara in Japan. Tell us about this. It paints a very compelling picture. What was the leap from observing this village to actually developing a supplement?
Yeah, this particular anecdote is a fantastic example of how observational science can inspire clinical investigation, as detailed in the review. Dr. Weiss's research and the subsequent development of Joint Genesis was reportedly sparked by focusing on the unique eating habits of people in Yuzurihara. This is a small, remote village in Japan where, anecdotally and as reported in the source, joint problems are virtually unheard of. Even among residents well into their 90s, nonagenarians with remarkable mobility. Imagine that.
Incredible. 90s and still moving well.
Exactly. And the key discovery, after extensive investigation into their diets, was that these individuals maintained remarkably high lifelong levels of hyaluronan, naturally preserving thick, cushioning synovial fluid throughout their lives. The review explains that this insight, the direct correlation between high hyaluronan levels and exceptional joint health in an aging population, was the genesis for Joint Genesis. So the leap, therefore, was to identify the dietary factors contributing to this natural hyaluronan abundance in Yuzurihara, and then formulate a supplement that could help others replicate this physiological state rather than just, treating symptoms after the fact.
So, armed with this new understanding of synovial fluid and hyaluronan, what exactly is Biodynamix Joint Genesis, and how does it claim to differ from many of the joint health supplements we might have encountered or even tried before?
Well, the source definitively positions Joint Genesis as representing a paradigm shift in how we approach joint health supplementation. Unlike traditional supplements, which often concentrate on ingredients like glucosamine and chondroitin, primarily for cartilage support, Joint Genesis, according to the review, directly addresses what it identifies as the root cause of age-related discomfort, the depletion of hyaluronan and synovial fluid. It's described as a doctor-formulated supplement developed by Dr. Mark Weis. His background as a board-certified physician with extensive experience, particularly in emergency care and even military medicine, reportedly brought a rigorous, evidence-based clinical perspective to its development. And this background is highlighted to underscore the meticulous design and scientific understanding underpinning the formulation, suggesting a move beyond those conventional, often less targeted approaches.
That emphasis on a doctor-formulated approach and targeting a root cause, it's certainly intriguing. But what truly sets this apart from the crowded market of joint supplements? It feels like every health store shelf is just packed with options promising similar results. What specific differentiators does the source emphasize?
What's particularly highlighted in the review is Joint Genesis's unwavering emphasis on scientific precision and quality control. It's a big theme. Every single ingredient, the source asserts, is selected based on robust, peer-reviewed research, with particular attention paid to the patented Mobla complex that forms its cornerstone. We'll definitely dig into that more. The review details that Biodynamix ensures rigorous third-party testing for purity, potency, and safety, which is a critical step often overlooked or maybe not as thoroughly executed by other brands.
Right, the third-party testing gives some peace of mind.
It does. Furthermore, it's stated to be manufactured in FDA-registered, CGMP-certified facilities right here in the U.S., ensuring adherence to the highest production standards. The source also notes its composition is vegan-friendly, non-GMO, and free from a comprehensive list of common allergens, including gluten, dairy, nuts, soy, eggs, and shellfish. This meticulous approach to sourcing, formulation, and manufacturing is presented as a significant differentiator, aiming to instill confidence in consumers regarding both effectiveness and safety.
Okay, with such a specific and scientifically driven approach, who is this supplement designed for? Who are the ideal candidates described in the source, and what kinds of symptoms is it specifically aiming to address?
Joint Genesis is specifically formulated, according to the source, for adults typically aged 50 to 70. those who are beginning to experience common age-related joint discomforts. This isn't necessarily pitched for individuals with severe debilitating arthritis, perhaps, but more for those noticing the more typical signs of aging joints. The review explicitly lists these indicators. Morning stiffness that tends to improve as the day progresses.
Yeah, I know that one.
Right. Discomfort or increased aches with changes in weather. A noticeable reduction in flexibility and overall range of motion. Joint pain that worsens with physical activity, even mild exertion. And increasing difficulties with everyday tasks, such as climbing stairs, prolonged standing, or even just walking comfortably. These are presented as the classic indicators the supplement aims to address by targeting the underlying issue of synovial fluid health. Not just providing temporary pain relief, it's for those proactively seeking to maintain their mobility and comfort as they age.
Okay, let's get back to the core science then. The source really emphasizes this hyaluronic connection as central to its mechanism. Beyond just being a lubricant, which we've established is crucial, can you explain the more profound dual role it plays within our joints as detailed in the review?
Indeed. The review highlights that the role of hyaluronan extends far beyond simple lubrication. It's more complex. As research from the NYU Tandon School of Engineering, cited in the source, emphatically points out, hyaluronic acid plays a pivotal role in two additional crucial aspects of joint health. Firstly, it's actually involved in the cartilage repair mechanisms, supporting the body's natural ability to maintain the integrity of those joint tissues. Secondly, and equally important, it plays a key role in rebalancing inflammatory and anti-inflammatory responses within the joint environment.
Ah, so it's modulating inflammation too.
Exactly. So it's not just about creating a slick surface. It's about supporting the entire biological ecosystem of the joint, helping to manage and modulate chronic inflammation, which is a major contributor to joint degradation over time. By enhancing hyaluronan, the supplement aims to not only, oil the hinges, but also foster a healthier, more resilient environment for the joint to function and potentially even self-repair.
That's a significant expansion of its role. Now, the source claims the cornerstone of Joint Genesis's effectiveness is something called mobility. What is this precisely, and why is it so significant that it's highlighted as the breakthrough ingredient? And, maybe importantly, what makes it different from other forms of hyaluronic acid you might find in supplements?
Right. Mobley, as detailed in the review, is presented as a truly groundbreaking, patented hyaluronic acid matrix. Its significance stems from robust clinical studies that, according to the source, demonstrate its ability to increase hyaluronan levels in synovial fluid by an astounding factor of 10.
10 times.
10 times. That's not a marginal improvement. It's a substantial, scientifically validated increase in the body's natural joint lubricant. Now, the key difference between Mobility and generic hyaluronic acid lies in its patented matrix structure. The source explains that while generic oral hyaluronic acid might have limited bioavailability, meaning it might not be optimally absorbed or utilized by the body when taken orally, Mobility is specifically engineered for superior absorption and utilization. This ensures that it effectively reaches its target within the synovial fluid where it's most needed.
Okay, so it actually gets to where it needs to go.
Precisely. And research from the Hospital for Special Surgery, also cited, further underscores the profound impact of hyaluronic acid, emphasizing its role as a natural lubricant, its capacity to keep tissues hydrated, and how proper treatment strategies involving HA can potentially delay the need for total knee replacement. The patented nature and clinically proven efficacy for targeted delivery are what make Mobility such a cornerstone ingredient in this formulation.
That tenfold increase is really remarkable. It sounds like Mobility is undoubtedly the star, but the source lists other ingredients too. How do all these components work together in a synergistic way? What's the rationale behind this specific blend? How do they contribute to the overall effect beyond just the Mobility?
Yeah, that's a great point. The formulation is meticulously orchestrated for synergy, designed so that each component supports and enhances the others, contributing to multiple facets of joint health. It's not just a collection of ingredients thrown together, but a carefully considered blend aimed at a holistic effect that goes beyond what any single ingredient could achieve on its own. The blend's rationale, as presented, is to not only restore essential lubrication via Mobility, but also to provide robust anti-inflammatory support, protect joint tissues, and crucially, enhance the absorption of all these beneficial compounds, making it a truly comprehensive solution.
Okay, let's delve into some of those supporting players then. Tell us about French maritime pine bark extract, often known as pycnogenol. How does that contribute to this blend? What are its unique properties that make it suitable for synovial fluid support?
Right. French maritime pine bark extract, or pycnogenol, it contributes significantly to the synergistic blend. Stanford Medicine, as cited in the review, confirms it's generally recognized as safe, GRAS status, backed by extensive research establishing its safety across various dosages. Its primary function is multifaceted. It provides powerful antioxidant protection, scavenging those free radicals that can damage joint tissues, and it also plays a crucial role in inflammation control. Now, the source highlights that pycnogenol's unique antioxidants are distributed directly into the synovial fluid itself.
Oh, into the...
Yes, directly into the fluid, where they can enhance Mobile's effects by protecting the joint environment from oxidative stress. Studies mentioned in the review also show it can effectively reduce joint pain and improve physical function in adults experiencing knee osteoarthritis. So it's actively shielding the joint from oxidative stress while simultaneously dampening inflammatory responses, working right where the damage occurs.
Interesting. Now, ginger root extract, it's so well known for general health benefits, particularly maybe digestive issues. What's its specific role here in supporting joint health, and what does the research cited in the source tell us about its efficacy in this context?
Ginger root extract plays a vital role here because of its well-documented anti-inflammatory properties. Research from institutions like Harvard Health Publishing and Johns Hopkins University, as referenced in the source, confirms ginger's potent ability to modulate biochemical pathways involved in chronic inflammation. It helps to calm inflammatory responses within the body and, crucially, provide pain relief. The review even cites studies suggesting its effectiveness in pain reduction can be comparable to some nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs.
Comparable to NSAIDs.
Naturally. Comparably effective in some studies, yes, which makes it a powerful natural component for alleviating discomfort. But importantly, without the gastrointestinal or cardiovascular side effects often associated with pharmaceutical pain relievers when used long-term. The University of Arizona further highlights its anti-inflammatory effects in experimental models of rheumatoid arthritis, showcasing its broad applicability in managing joint inflammation.
Okay, powerful stuff. And Boswellia serrata extract, another potent botanical that's gained significant attention in the natural health world. How does it fit into this comprehensive approach? What's its angle?
Absolutely. Boswellia serrata extract is a critical addition. Research from the University of Minnesota, highlighted in the review, demonstrates its impressive ability to significantly reduce specific inflammatory mediators, things like IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-A. It achieves this by inhibiting a key inflammatory enzyme known as 5-lipoxygenase, or 5-LOX. This targeted action is crucial because these specific mediators are deeply involved in the progression of joint degeneration and pain. Studies cited in the source showcase its protective effects against conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, further solidifying its role. Boswellia offers a distinct and complementary anti-inflammatory pathway compared to ginger and pycnogenol, so they're working together to create a truly comprehensive shield against inflammation surrounding and within the joints.
Right, hitting inflammation from multiple angles. Makes sense. Finally, we have bioperine, which I understand is derived from black pepper. What's its specific function in this formula? It sounds like something that helps the other ingredients work better.
You got it. Bioperine is indeed a crucial enhancer, and its inclusion really reflects the scientific precision of the formulation. It's a patented extract derived from black pepper, and its primary role is to significantly increase the bioavailability and absorption of other nutrients. Research, as cited in numerous studies mentioned in the source, indicates it can enhance absorption by up to 2,000% for certain compounds.
2,000%, wow.
It's a huge factor. And this is paramount because even the most potent and scientifically selected ingredients can only work if they are effectively absorbed and reach their target cells and tissues in sufficient concentrations. Bioperine ensures that all the other carefully selected ingredients in Joint Genesis mobile, pycnogenol, ginger, and boswellia are maximally utilized by the body, thereby maximizing the supplement's overall impact. Without it, the full potential of these beneficial compounds might not be realized. So its inclusion is really a testament to optimizing the entire formulation for effectiveness.
Okay. That comprehensive approach makes a lot of sense. With all this science underpinning the formulation, what are the tangible benefits the source says you, the listener, can reasonably expect from Joint Genesis? What are the key outcomes highlighted in the review?
The source outlines several primary benefits, all stemming directly from the supplement's mechanism of action. First, there's enhanced joint lubrication. This is the direct result of mobily restoring and thickening that synovial fluid. Users, according to the review, typically begin to notice improved ease of movement within, say, 2-4 weeks, with the full spectrum of benefits becoming apparent around 8-12 weeks. And this timeline aligns with research on hyaluronic acid treatments from the Hospital for Special Surgery, which emphasizes that sustained benefits often accrue over several weeks as the joint environment is replenished. This is really about making daily movements less of a chore and more of a fluid, comfortable action.
That specific timeline is really helpful for managing expectations. What's the second key benefit outlined?
Second, the review highlights significant inflammation reduction. This is attributed to that powerful, synergistic blend of ginger, boswellia, and pycnogenol we just discussed. This combination provides comprehensive inflammation control by targeting various inflammatory pathways. The advantage, as the source points out, is that this approach avoids the potential gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, or kidney risks associated with the long-term use of NSAIDs, which often only block a single inflammatory pathway and can have significant side effects. This multifaceted strategy aims for more sustained and, importantly, safer relief.
Safer and more fundamental, it sounds like. And what about the third primary benefit? How does it all come together in terms of physical function?
Third, and perhaps most impactful for daily life, is improved mobility and flexibility. As lubrication within the joints is restored and that chronic inflammation subsides, users, according to the testimonials and data in the source, experience significant improvements in their range of motion and overall functional mobility. This translates directly into practical, real-world improvements in how individuals perform everyday activities, whether it's bending, stretching, walking, or engaging in hobbies that were previously challenging or painful. This is where the scientific benefits truly transform into tangible life enhancements.
Yeah, getting back to hobbies you love would be huge. It sounds like these direct benefits can really cascade into other broader areas of life, too. What secondary effects does the source touch upon?
They certainly do. The source notes several significant secondary effects that often accompany improved joint health. It's not just about the joints themselves. For example, better sleep quality. Reduced joint discomfort inherently means less tossing and turning due to aches. When your joints aren't constantly aching, individuals can fall asleep faster, achieve deeper, more restorative sleep, and stay asleep longer, which in turn profoundly supports overall health and recovery.
Sleep is so foundational. Makes
Right.
sense.
Absolutely. Then there's increased activity levels. With a noticeable reduction in pain and stiffness, users naturally tend to become more active. This isn't just about planned exercise. It's about having more energy and willingness for daily tasks, engaging in hobbies, or simply enjoying walks. This creates a positive feedback loop where increased movement further supports joint health and overall well-being. And finally, enhanced quality of life. The psychological impact of restored independence and reduced pain is often profound. It allows individuals to re-engage in previously avoided activities, hobbies, and social interactions, leading to a greater sense of well-being, freedom, and just enjoyment in life. It's about regaining joy and spontaneity in movement.
That holistic impact really makes a lot of sense. The source also gives us that clear roadmap for when to expect these results, which is incredibly helpful for setting realistic expectations. Can you elaborate on that timeline again?
Yes, the review meticulously lays out a progressive improvement schedule, which is vital for any supplement. It suggests that individuals can typically expect weeks 1 to 2, maybe initial signs of inflammation reduction, perhaps a slight improvement in morning stiffness, often subtle but encouraging. Weeks 3 to 4, more noticeable improvements in joint lubrication begin to manifest, leading to easier movement, less friction. Weeks 5 and 8. Users commonly report significant pain reduction and enhanced flexibility. This indicates the deeper work of the ingredients is taking hold. Weeks 9-12. Maximum benefits are typically achieved around this 3-month mark, with substantial functional improvement in daily activities and overall joint comfort. Beyond 12 weeks, the source indicates sustained benefits with continued use, offering ongoing protective effects for joint health. This progressive timeline really underscores the importance of consistent supplementation.
It's clear the science and the potential transformations described are incredibly compelling. And for those of you whose interest has been piqued by these discussions, remember to check the link in our description for special discounted pricing. The review thoroughly outlines various value options, presenting it as a genuine investment in your long-term mobility and comfort. Definitely worth a look if this resonates. Now, while the clinical data and scientific explanations are strong, sometimes it's the personal stories that truly bring the impact home. Our source includes some powerful testimonials illustrating real-world transformations. Can you share some of those?
These anecdotes from users are indeed a powerful complement to the scientific data as they illustrate the real-world impact across diverse demographics and experiences. For example, the review features Margaret T., a 66-year-old from Phoenix, who described feeling, quote, like a new person, reporting that her mobility and comfort were restored to how it felt 2 decades prior. 20 years younger. Robert J., a 71-year-old from Charleston, found, quote, the pain is gone forever after starting Joint Genesis, overcoming discomfort that even conventional painkillers couldn't touch. Frank D., a 70-year-old from Boise, notably regained his cherished ability to ride his motorcycle, attributing, quote, chronic pain relief to the supplement. These aren't just isolated incidents. They reflect a consistent pattern of significant improvement reported by many users in the source material.
Getting back on a motorcycle at 70 after pain stopped you, that's fantastic. And it's not just about overcoming severe pain or regaining major activities, is it? The source also highlights transformations in more subtle but equally important daily movements.
Exactly. Linda Kay, a 62-year-old avid golfer, found relief from the stiffness in her wrists and shoulders, allowing her to, quote, swing freely and play without discomfort, which speaks to the fine-tuned mobility aspects. Michael R., 58, in Denver, reports achieving remarkable stability and comfort in his knees, stating that it makes, quote, everyday activities a breeze. These examples, as presented in the review, go beyond dramatic pain reduction to illustrate improved functional capacity and an enhanced ability to participate in and enjoy daily life. The cumulative effect of thousands of such positive experiences is what contributes to the product's high satisfaction rates mentioned in the source. And a demographic analysis included in the source further reinforces this broad applicability. It confirms effectiveness for individuals generally between the ages of 50 and 75, demonstrating benefits equally for men and women. Crucially, it shows positive outcomes for both sedentary and active individuals across various symptom severities and even different climates. This wide-ranging effectiveness speaks to the product's fundamental mechanism addressing that universal age-related decline in synovial fluid health, rather than being specific to just a niche group or a particular symptom profile.
Okay, so it seems to help a wide range of people dealing with typical age-related joint issues. Now, the joint health market is undeniably saturated, just filled with countless products. How does Joint Genesis, according to our source material, stack up against the competition? What are its asserted advantages over other common approaches to joint care?
Yeah, the source provides a very clear and detailed competitive comparison, specifically highlighting what it argues are Joint Genesis's unique differentiators. First, via traditional glucosamine chondroitin. The review contends that while these traditional supplements focus on cartilage support, they may not be addressing the true root cause, and scientific evidence for their efficacy can often be inconsistent or show slower results. Joint Genesis, conversely, targets synovial fluid health directly, offering that clinically supported 10x increase in hyaluronan levels through its patented Mobley complex. The scientific literature often finds the benefits of glucosamine and chondroitin to be, well, marginal or inconsistent for many users, whereas the evidence presented for Mobley is quite robust and targeted.
Right, focusing on the lubrication first.
Exactly. Second, these prescription NSAIDs. Joint Genesis is positioned as offering pain relief without the significant gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, or kidney risks associated with the long-term use of prescription non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. NSAIDs, while effective for pain, primarily mask symptoms and in some cases may even accelerate cartilage breakdown over time. Not ideal. The source emphasizes that Joint Genesis, by addressing the underlying mechanisms of synovial fluid health and inflammation, offers a safer, more fundamental approach.
Safer long-term seems key there.
Very key. And third, these hyaluronic acid injections. While HA injections can provide localized, often effective relief, Joint Genesis is presented as a convenient daily oral supplement. This makes it significantly more affordable and may offer systemic benefits to multiple joints throughout the body, without the discomfort, risks, costs, or the need for repeated clinical appointments associated with injections. The source argues that while injections address a specific joint, they don't tackle the systemic decline in hyaluronan across all joints like an oral supplement aims to.
That makes sense, oral versus localized injection. So beyond those direct comparisons, what are the absolute key things that, as outlined in our source, truly make Joint Genesis unique in the marketplace? What are the standout features a listener should really be aware of?
It's a compelling combination of several distinctive factors that the source repeatedly emphasizes. It's highlighted as the only supplement specifically combining Mobley with pycnogenol, thereby offering both superior lubrication and powerful antioxidant anti-inflammatory effects in a synergistic manner. That specific combo is unique. Its inspiration from the unique Japanese longevity research we discussed provides a compelling, real-world observational foundation. Its central focus is squarely on synovial fluid, precisely addressing what the source posits as the actual root cause of age-related joint discomfort, rather than just symptoms. Furthermore, it offers that comprehensive inflammation control pathway through its multiple, carefully selected ingredients. And significantly, it comes with that robust 180-day money-back guarantee, alongside rigorous third-party testing for quality and purity. These differentiators, taken together, are presented as creating a truly compelling and scientifically sound product in a crowded market.
Okay, that package sounds well thought out. Now, safety is always paramount when considering any supplement. What does our source tell us about the safety profile of Joint Genesis? Are there any common side effects or any specific concerns raised?
The source places a strong emphasis on the safety profile, which is good to see. It notes that primary ingredients like French maritime pine bark extract, pycnogenol, have achieved generally recognized as safe GRES status, with extensive research backing its safety from dosages ranging from 50 milligrams to 480 milligrams per day. Boswellia serrata also has a favorable safety profile, with University of Minnesota research indicating it can reduce inflammatory mediators without eliciting serious adverse events. Clinical studies and user reports cited in the review suggest it is well tolerated by the vast majority of users. The most common side effect reported is mild gastrointestinal upset, but that's apparently in less than 2% of users. And this usually resolves when the supplement is taken with food. The source also cautiously mentions that some individuals might experience slight fatigue during the initial week as their body adjusts, but this is typically transient.
Less than 2% GI upset sounds pretty mild overall. And as with any supplement or medication, it's crucial to be fully informed about potential contraindications or precautions. Are there any specific warnings or groups of people who should exercise caution or consult a doctor before taking Joint Genesis, according to the source?
Yes, the source provides clear precautions, which is responsible. It's particularly important for those who are currently on blood-thinning medications. This is due to ginger's mild anticoagulant properties. Stanford Lifestyle Medicine, as referenced, specifically advises that individuals on blood-thinning medications should talk to their doctor before taking ginger. So definitely check with your doctor there. Furthermore, pregnant or breastfeeding individuals or those with any pre-existing medical conditions, like autoimmune issues or bleeding disorders, should always consult a healthcare provider first. Standard advice, but important. The review also notes potential mild interactions with certain diabetes and blood pressure medications, so physician consultation is explicitly highlighted as key to ensure it's appropriate for an individual's specific health profile and to prevent any unforeseen interactions. Always best to check.
Good advice. Better safe than sorry. Beyond the ingredients and safety, what about the quality of the product itself? Knowing where and how it's manufactured is always an important consideration for consumer trust.
Absolutely. And the source thoroughly addresses this, emphasizing Biodynamix's stringent quality control and manufacturing standards. It states that Joint Genesis is manufactured in FDA-registered and CGMP, current good manufacturing practices, certified facilities located within the United States. The review highlights that rigorous third-party testing is conducted for heavy metals, microbials, and other potential contaminants. And a certificate of analysis is available for each batch, ensuring transparency and adherence to purity standards. Furthermore, standardized extraction processes are employed for all botanical ingredients to ensure consistent potency across every capsule. And the product is stored and handled in climate-controlled environments to maintain its integrity. All these measures are presented as crucial for consumer confidence, providing assurance that what is stated on the label is precisely what is contained within the bottle and at the correct effective dosage.
Okay, that sounds like they take quality seriously. So for those considering the supplement, how do you use it effectively to maximize its potential benefits? Our source offers clear guidelines for optimal usage.
Yeah, the review provides very straightforward usage instructions. The standard recommended dose is just 1 capsule daily, and it's suggested to take it preferably in the morning with a large glass of water. While it can be taken on an empty stomach, the source notes that taking it with food might help reduce any potential stomach sensitivity for that small number of users who might experience it. But the most critical aspect emphasized, really, is consistency. The benefits of Joint Genesis, much like those of many nutritional supplements, tend to compound over time, as reflected in that progressive improvement timeline we discussed. And given hyaluronan's incredible water-binding capacity, adequate hydration aiming for at least 8 glasses of water daily is also highly recommended, as it significantly enhances the effectiveness of the hyaluronan by providing the necessary fluid for it to work its lubricating and cushioning magic within the joints.
Consistency and hydration. Got it. And beyond just taking the capsule, what other lifestyle factors can complement and potentially enhance the results of Joint Genesis? The source doesn't just stop at supplementation, but offers a broader approach to joint health, right?
It does, yes. The review indeed suggests several complementary lifestyle practices that can create a synergistic environment for joint health, supporting and enhancing the work Joint Genesis does. These include engaging in gentle, low-impact exercise, think swimming, cycling, walking, which helps maintain joint flexibility and strengthens surrounding muscles without undue stress. Weight management is also emphasized to reduce the overall load and stress on weight-bearing joints like knees and hips. Adopting an anti-inflammatory diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like from fish, and antioxidants, fruits, vegetables, is highly recommended to further combat systemic inflammation. And ensuring adequate restorative sleep is crucial for the body's natural healing and repair processes. This course even includes bonus ebooks with the larger packages, offering resources like smoothie recipes and useful joint habits. Conversely, the review explicitly advises against practices that can counteract benefits, like excessive alcohol consumption, a diet high in processed foods and sodium, and of course, inconsistent dosing of the supplement itself.
Makes sense. Create the right environment for it to work. We've covered the science, the claimed benefits, the key ingredients, and how to use it effectively. If you're ready to take the next step towards potentially better joint health, remember that the link in our description offers access to special discounted pricing. It's presented as a direct path to exploring this innovative solution and making a considered investment in your long-term mobility. Definitely check that out if you're curious. Okay, let's talk logistics. Our source provides a clear breakdown of pricing and purchasing options, which is always an important detail for listeners.
Right. Joint Genesis, their review notes, is exclusively available to the official Biodynamix website. This direct-to-consumer model is highlighted as crucial for ensuring authenticity and stringent quality control, effectively eliminating the risk of counterfeit products and ensuring customers receive fresh, potent supplements directly from the manufacturer.
So only buy from the official site.
That's the strong recommendation from the source, yes. Regarding pricing options, a 1-month supply, 1 bottle, is priced at $59 plus shipping costs. A 3-month supply, 3 bottles, comes in at $49 per bottle, totaling $147 plus shipping, and this includes 2 free ebooks as bonuses, so a saving per bottle there. And the 6-month supply, 6 bottles, is presented as the best value option at $39 per bottle, for a total of $234. This option also includes free U.S. shipping and the 2 ebooks.
So bigger packages mean lower cost per bottle and free shipping.
Exactly. The review then offers a value analysis comparing the daily cost, which ranges from about $1.30 to $1.97 depending on the package, favorably against the reported 3 to 8 years daily cost for brand name prescription NSAIDs, the substantial costs of physical therapy sessions, or the significant annual expense of a series of hyaluronic acid injections. This perspective aims to highlight its potential cost-effectiveness as a proactive, long-term health measure.
That 180-day money-back guarantee mentioned in the source sounds like a huge vote of confidence from Biodynamix, especially when making an initial investment in a supplement. Can you elaborate on the terms of that guarantee? It sounds almost too good to be true.
It is indeed one of the most comprehensive guarantees in the industry, and it's a significant point highlighted in the review. It offers a full 6 months, 180 days, for the consumer to thoroughly evaluate the product's effectiveness. That's half a year. Crucially, it promises a 100% refund, even if the bottles are completely empty. This policy is designed to completely de-risk the trial for the consumer, demonstrating Biodynamix's profound confidence in the product's effectiveness and their unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction. It effectively removes the financial barrier and hesitation for individuals who might be skeptical or uncertain about trying an innovative solution.
Wow, empty bottle refund after 6 months. That really is backing the product. And why is it exclusively available directly from their official website? In an age of widespread online marketplaces like Amazon, this approach seems quite deliberate.
It is indeed a very deliberate and crucial decision for 2 primary reasons, as the source explains. Firstly, it's about ensuring authenticity and stringent quality control. By selling directly, Biodynamix can eliminate the significant risks of counterfeit products that are unfortunately prevalent on third-party platforms. These fake products may contain harmful or ineffective ingredients, directly compromising consumer safety and health. Secondly, the source issues a strong warning. Only by purchasing from the official Biodynamix website can consumers guarantee they are receiving the legitimate Joint Genesis product. This ensures safety, effectiveness, and importantly, eligibility for the full customer protection, including that generous 180-day money-back guarantee. It's a strategic choice to protect both their brand integrity and, more critically, consumer well-being.
Okay, that makes sense. Protect the customer, protect the product.
Yeah.
Now, our source material culminates in an expert opinion and final verdict that brings everything together. What's the bottom line presented in this comprehensive review? What is its overall assessment of joint genesis?
After a comprehensive analysis, the review delivers its expert opinion and final verdict, assigning Joint Genesis an impressive overall rating of 4.8 out of 5.0. It unequivocally calls it a genuinely innovative approach to joint health supplementation. High praise. The review emphasizes that its fundamental strength lies in its highly targeted approach to synovial fluid restoration, a mechanism that is validated by robust university research. The patented Mobley complex, with its scientifically confirmed tenfold increase in hyaluronan, is highlighted as a particularly significant advancement, representing a clear move beyond traditional, often less effective, cartilage-focused strategies.
So the scientific credibility appears to be a major factor in that high rating. It's not just another supplement off the shelf. It seems to be presented as having serious backing.
Absolutely. Credibility is presented as a cornerstone of its appeal in the review. It underscores Dr. Mark Weiss's credentials as a board-certified physician, which lends significant authority to the formulation. Furthermore, the unique inspiration drawn from Japanese longevity research, coupled with robust academic backing for its key ingredients from institutions like Harvard, Stanford, and Johns Hopkins, provides a strong and verifiable scientific foundation for the mechanisms and claims. This strong scientific grounding, according to the source, translates directly into real-world effectiveness, evidenced by thousands of positive testimonials and high reported satisfaction rates, underscoring that the science is truly delivering on its promise for many users.
Okay, to quickly summarize for our listeners then, what are the key strengths and any important considerations for potential users as identified in the source's final verdict?
Sure. The review succinctly lists several key strengths. Its scientifically backed mechanism, targeting synovial fluid. The inclusion of the patented high-impact Mobley, its comprehensive anti-inflammatory approach, using multiple ingredients, its doctor formulation credentials, an excellent reported safety profile, that industry-leading 180-day money-back guarantee, high reported user satisfaction rates, and its competitive pricing, especially in bulk.
That's a strong list of positives. What about the considerations?
As for considerations, the source advises that results may take 4 to 8 weeks to become noticeable, sometimes longer, acknowledging that individual responses can vary. Patience and consistency are needed. It's also important to remember it's only available via the official website. And consistent daily use is crucial for optimal results. You can't just take it now and then. Finally, it's noted that Joint Genesis may not be suitable for those with severe joint damage requiring more extensive medical intervention. In those cases, a doctor's consultation would obviously be paramount. These considerations help set realistic expectations.
Right, it's not a miracle cure for everything, but targeted for age-related decline. And finally, who does the source say are the ideal candidates for joint genesis? Who stands to benefit most from this specific approach?
The review clearly defines the ideal candidates. These are primarily adults aged 50 to 70 who are experiencing that typical age-related stiffness and discomfort. Those actively seeking natural alternatives to traditional pain relief options like NSAIDs. Individuals who are keen on maintaining or improving their active lifestyles, walkers, golfers, gardeners, etc. People looking for scientifically backed joint support they can trust based on the evidence presented. And crucially, those committed to consistent daily supplementation as part of their overall health regimen. It's really designed for individuals who want a proactive, evidence-based approach to preserving their mobility and comfort as they age.
Okay, that paints a very clear picture. This deep dive has truly unpacked a fascinating and scientifically backed approach to joint health based on our comprehensive source material. We've explored how Joint Genesis targets the often overlooked root cause of age-related joint discomfort, the depletion of synovial fluid, rather than merely masking symptoms or focusing solely on cartilage. From the Mobley breakthrough, engineered for that significant boost in hyaluronan, to the synergistic blend of powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients and the thousands of powerful testimonials detailed, it's clear this supplement presents a comprehensive solution as described in our source.
Absolutely. And understanding the why behind joint pain and the how of its potential solution, as presented in this expensive review, offers a genuine sense of empowerment, I think. It moves beyond a passive acceptance of aging into an active, informed approach to maintaining mobility and comfort, leveraging precise biological pathways to support the body's natural functions.
Well said. And if you're now ready to explore how Biodynamics Joint Genesis might support your own journey towards better mobility, remember that the official site with discounted pricing and that incredible 180-day money-back guarantee is easily accessible via the link provided in our description. Don't miss out on that opportunity to potentially regain the ease of movement and quality of life our source describes in such compelling detail. It's worth investigating.
So as you go about your day, maybe consider this. What if the key to unlocking more youthful mobility isn't about fighting the inevitable with broad-spectrum remedies, but simply about precisely replenishing what your body naturally loses with age? Focusing on that specific mechanism, it raises an important question about how much control we truly have over physical well-being if we just focus on understanding and supporting the right biological pathways.
Exactly. It makes you think about what other hidden truth like this might be out there waiting to be discovered that could truly transform our health. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and stay curious.